Okay, so what I usually do is I go over the admission process in Estonia, then answer the questions. Since it's just you, we can straight go to the question and then I'll try to answer in detail. Yeah?
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, great. Go ahead, give me a little bit of introduction about yourself and then what are your plans, what are your questions, and then I'll try to cover as much as possible.
Okay, my name is Hanan Babar. I completed my intermediate and now I'm thinking about studying in Estonia for bachelor's.
Okay,
And I scored 82% in my metric,
okay,
uh, FSC 68% in FSC, and got 7 band in arts.
okay.
And
So
my
what do you want to study?
mainly in technology,
So sorry, go again.
mainly in information and technology.
Okay, information and
Department.
technology. Okay. And what's your question now?
My like I have researched that only two main universities are offering these programs, like Tallinn University of Technology and Tartu University.
Yeah.
So what are the requirements of these universities?
Okay. So for bachelor programs, you need to have 60% marks in your previous exam. You have 68%, and no subject should have less than 50% marks. So that's another requirement. And other than that, you need IELTS, which you have done. You need your documents attested from the board. Then you will apply online. The admission will open in December, January. So the process was it's very simple. So you apply online, you upload your documents and everything. The next would be either they will review your documents and mainly your cover letter or motivation letter. That's the most important bit. And then you will, if your cover letter or motivation letter gets the required mark, then you will be asked to appear in a test. So that test will depend on the program. It could be general knowledge test, it could be program specific test. And then if you clear the test, then you'd have interview. After the interview, you'd have to send your documents by post, but well, that's a separate process. So the requirement, they don't have any extraordinary requirements, just IELTS and 60% marks in the previous one. However, you should know that people who are applying to bachelors, sometimes there's a high competition. People who are applying with 80% marks, 90% marks. So if you have 68% marks, it means you need to put more effort in your cover letter and your motivation letter. You need to show why you should be given admission. And depending on your motivation throughout the admission process, you will get a rank. And if, for example, if there are 15 seats and you get through on the rank, your 14 number you will get in. If you're 16th, then you won't. So something to keep in mind.
Okay, like I have heard that for Tartu University you have to do GRE. It's correct?
Uh, for for Taltech University, you have to do GRE, but I think GRE is for master's program. But this is something need to be checked because they introduced it 2 years ago. So GRE is for master's program. For bachelor's, I don't think you have to have GRE because GRE is graduate record examination. So you have to have a graduate first to give GRE.
Okay, okay.
And for
So
bachelor, there is only limited options. So for masters, there are more programs, but for bachelors, there are only a few programs that you can apply. And what mostly people do is they go abroad for master's program, not for bachelors. Bachelors is very rare, but still there is option that you can explore.
oh,
Yeah. So have you written your motivation letter? What's your stage? What stage are you at preparation wise?
no, I have attached my documents from my board,
Okay.
and I didn't start the motivation letter.
You haven't started yet. Okay, no problem with that. So I would suggest you still have some time, work on your motivation letter, get your documents ready, and don't just apply in one program, apply in 2 to 3 programs. So with one university fee, you can apply in 2 programs within that university. If you're applying some other university, you have to pay the admission fee again, application fee. So if you're applying to 2 different universities, apply in 4 programs, no more than 4. And also, I'll recommend checking out other countries like Latvia, Lithuania, Poland. Although they are not as good as Estonia, I'll be very honest here. Estonia is way more developed infrastructurally and also the study degree you want to do. But compared to the states in Pakistan these days, if you want to get out of there, to be very frank, then I'd recommend you start exploring other options. And also put some effort in your cover letter. Start writing it already, get a review from someone, share it with your friends so that they can review you, and make sure you highlight your skills. If you have some work experience, show that. If you don't have some work experience, start working somewhere for like a month or two, and then you can mention that in your application. So things like that.
Yeah, well, I have worked in information technology before
Yeah, that's
as
good.
a web designer.
That's good then.
So, okay, like my question was, what was the visa ratio for bachelors?
So generally, the Estonian visa ratio is good, and the reason for that is universities don't give admission until they are sure that you would be able to do the bachelor's or master's. So visa ratio is generally above 95, 96%. I have seen a few visas being rejected, but there are different reasons for that. Generally, if you get the admission, then and if you have the finances, then you get the visa, unless there is a issue with your record or something, which usually doesn't happen.
Okay, so what are the like finances? What are the limit of finances? How
Uh,
much
so
finances?
so for finances, you need to have around what I recommend is 4,000 to 5,000 euros in your bank account. So you can convert it into Pakistani currencies. I don't have the specific figure. That's something that you need to show at the time of your visa application. And you need to make sure that you have, just give me 1 second, I'll also open up a sheet. You also need to show that this money is earned from the legal sources and all. So for example, if you're using your own bank statement or if you're using your father's or mother. So the good thing is you can use anyone else's statement. So you can use your father's statement, mother's statement, sister, brother, even the company. That's fine. But as long as you are able to prove a connection. So if you're not able to prove a connection, then it's going to be a bit of a problem. And then the expenses wise, I'll just share my screen quickly. Where is it? Okay. All right. You can probably see my screen. There you go. So this is the expense sheet. This is very general overview. So you need IELTS. This is 150 to 200 max. You have already done that. So you can remove that. Application fee 50 to 100. Visa application fee is 100 to 200, depending what's the current rate, but let's assume 200. Health insurance 200. Then you cannot get Estonian visa from Pakistan. So you'd have to go some other country, which is Turkey, Egypt, UAE, or Uzbekistan, I guess. So these are, so when you go there, you'll have to take a flight there, then you'd have to stay there, then you have to pay the visa to that country. So we are looking at 4 lakhs. Oh, wow. So in the last time I did this meeting, it was just 2 lakhs. In the last few months, that the rate has doubled. So you are looking at 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs before you get admission in university. This doesn't include the application fee or anything. So this is something you need to have 4 to 5 lakh. That is just your expenses. These are not your application fee. This is not your admission fee, university fee, or your expenses towards your statement. This is something that you need to spend, right, to get the visa. Once you are in Estonia, then you need 200 to 450 accommodation. You can, there's nothing less than 200 most likely. So minimum 200, monthly expenses 250, university fee 300. If you get scholarship, could be 0. And then miscellaneous, you can keep yourself under check, so you don't have to spend much. So still you're looking at somewhere around 700 euros per month is your minimum spending expenditures that you need. If you live a bit tight on budget, you may be able to squeeze in 400 to 500, but that's no less than 400, I would say. Yeah, so in Pakistani rupees, this is today's rate. You need this much amount. Yeah, so and then in terms of your application or statement, you need to show 300 euros. I think it's a bit more now, so I can make it's 400 on average. So you need 400 in your per month, and then 5,000, I will say 5,000. Yeah, so you need to show 5,000 euros in your bank account at the time of application, and then you can use anyone else's. So this is just a brief overview of the expenses, just to give you an understanding.
So, what about the scholarships you just said?
So scholarship, I would say I won't suggest looking for scholarship because they are very limited. Just give me 1 second. Let me close this. Yeah, so I won't suggest banking on the scholarships because there's not enough scholarships for bachelor programs anyway. There was one for masters. Don't think there's any more. So scholarship is out of the question for Estonian these days. You might be able to get some once you get there, but this is something that I don't suggest you bank on. So it means you need to find other sources. You get it, it's good. You don't get it, then you should have some backup.
Okay. So, like I have heard that there's a issue in getting appointments for like Turkey embassy. There's a time delay. What about that?
Yes, so there are some issues, but that's something that you shouldn't be worrying about right now, because once you apply by the time March, April, you will get the decision. and that's when you have to start looking for the appointments. There is not a big delay. You can still find. It's not like Germany or Italy where you have to wait 2 years. It's just as soon as you have some confirmation, you need to start booking appointment with either Turkey, Egypt, or UAE. So it's something that you need to do, start doing. And also, once you get to the admission process in March, April, you can attend this meeting again, and then you can ask more visa related questions. And I think that will be more useful if you ask it then. So because that time you'll have more information of what to do, and I could guide that depending on the stage you are at.
Okay. So like my last question is that what about the work and study conditions in Estonia?
Okay, so you
Don't that
can,
balance?
yeah, so the good thing is that you can work full-time on a student visa. It's not called student visa, it's just a residence permit. You can study, you can work as long as you are meeting your educational requirements. Work-wise, what people usually do is to start working as a delivery courier. So one thing that I recommend to everyone, get your Pakistani driving license. You can convert it into Estonian if you have it before you go to Estonia. So make sure you don't have to get international, just any license will be fine. So you get your driving license, you go there, you convert it into Estonian, you get a car, and then you start delivering. That's one. Second, what I did is you can, if you want to earn some quick cash, you can deliver on bicycle. And also, that's one job that students do. Second is they do start doing working at a restaurant, bars, but that's not very common because it's a small country. Another thing you can do is once you are settled in, once you spent your first year, you can start applying for full-time or regular jobs in IT, IT support, because for IT support, you don't need to have any qualification. You just need to be good at speaking and good at listening and writing. So you can start applying that and then have it part-time or make an arrangement, because university education is not that hectic that you can't do jobs, so you can do job. What I know is everyone who is in Estonia, they are supporting themselves. They are not taking money from home. They are almost 99% of the people from Pakistan, India, they are supporting themselves. Some are working in taxi, some are working as taxi driver, some are working as food courier. One thing to understand is Estonia is not a money-making machine. I'll be very honest. If you're going there for study, you have to study. If you fail, you're going to come back. So you just study there for 3 years, just make a little bit of money to support yourself, to, pay back your loans and stuff. Once you graduate, then you can get a full-time job in IT, very booming industry. You will definitely find a job in IT if you're good, and then you can continue
That was also
building your
my
profile.
concern.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my biggest concern. What was that? But like you said that the study in bachelor's isn't that intense, right?
No, I won't say it's that intense, especially if you have done any study from Pakistan. So studying in a bachelor's, master's, I mean, it's intense academically, but it's not intense that you'll have to be working on your homeworks all the time or you're doing something. You have to do work. If you work, if you when you're studying, if you do your work every day, 1 hour to half an hour, then it will be fine. And although you don't have classes every day, you have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime Tuesday, Wednesday, so like 3 days, sometimes 4 days. So there will be one semester when it will be tough, but other than that, it will be a bit relaxed approach. So twice or thrice a day, a week classes and things like that. So you can manage yourself, but make sure you have your profile. You make sure you're active. Start making network when you get there. Start meeting people. Start finding jobs. Start applying jobs. So you get a few rejections. Rejections teach you so much. You learn what they're looking for. And if you think that you'll apply first job and you'll get it, that's a rare case scenario. So need to start applying even when you're not looking for jobs. So you just get a bit of feedback and then you improve your application, and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
Your cover
Can you
letter
give
is
me
very important. Your CV is very important. So get some professional, do your CV, or if you are doing it yourself, learn some skills from the CV writing online. So, and then make a really, really good CV. That's key.
can you give me any pointers on my cover letter? What should it be?
Yes. So cover letter is basically, there are some questions that every program has. You have to answer that, but you don't answer them question by question. You write a story, and in story, that question, everything is answered. So the best way I can guide is if you go to my website, umairali.com/blogs. You have to type it down, or maybe just if you go umairali.com/blogs. If you go there, you will find my cover letter. If you open that blog, I have written everything in detail, that how you write first paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph. You read that through, and then at the end, you will find my cover letter as well. The same, exactly the same that I submitted for the university. So you can copy that and then keep that on the side, and then start copying, building information, looking at what I have written. Obviously, yours will be look different, but you can take inspiration from that. So that should be for your admission. If you're looking for job, then again, I have added a job cover letter for a job application that I did. So you can go through that and then create a similar cover letter. So everything is free for you to access. In fact, I can even show you, if you just give me 1 second, that would be easier. If we can quickly go through that. Okay, let's go through. Right. Yeah. This is the website. If you just come here, this is my website, umarali.com. And if you go blogs, so here's my cover letter, breaking down my cover letter to Tallinn University. So if you click on view full post, so again, this is a cover letter, first motivation letter, first paragraph, then second, how to write second paragraph. These are paragraphs from my own cover letter. So I have explained how you write the first paragraph, how you mention your studies, how you mention your everything, right? And then if you want to read the whole cover letter, you can download the full cover letter here. Yeah. So this is my cover letter. This is what their requirement was, and then this is what I wrote. But obviously, yours would look different. And if you want to get one for the job, then again, this is the same approach here. Read both these cover letters, and then you know what exactly to write in your cover letters, in any cover letter. It's basically the best guide I have written. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like those are my concern, and thanks for your time.
No problem then. All the best for your application. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Cheers. Bye.